year and a half. We started in November of 22.
Yes.
So it was very shortly thereafter
Yes.
that you started.
Came over here.
Yeah, I went to RV tech school, and then after that, we did a little bit of traveling around, and then came here.
We realized that we had more money going out than coming in, so we needed a quick fix for that, and this was perfect. We were stagnant at home. We were both in jobs that we didn't like. I mean, that I had been in medical sales for years, and then I was in real estate for years, and I was just burnt out. And he was not happy in his job, and I had kind of always wanted to do the full-time RV thing, and I was like, "Can we do it?" So we pulled the trigger and did it. We sold the house and had the estate sale and did all the things. Online. I think I typed in work camper jobs, and it came up. And then you and J&G did, and then some others. And then I reached out to you, and you were super nice. And you were like, okay, we'll just head this way. And I'm like, what? Okay. So that's what we did. It's actually, you know what? We didn't anticipate it being that wasn't even in our thought process. But it's really, we've become closer. Our relationship has become stronger. And, just the ability to just sit and think and read and heal and grow. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
And you have to figure out what to do with that. And one of the things that we've both done is some personal growth. And that's been awesome. I think for couples, you're either going to go one of two directions.
Yeah.
You're going to realize how much you love one another or how much you don't.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if somebody's getting into the RV lifestyle, they're not of that latter category. There are things that I like and things that I don't like. Obviously, it'd be nice to be able to sleep in bed with my wife. But I do enjoy just being able to go in there and go to sleep, and it's just me and all of that. So, I like both. But there are certainly times that I'd like for her to come in and snuggle with me, and
And for me, I mean, staying up overnight. I mean, staying up late. Oh, do we need to get that? Okay, staying up late. I mean, I usually was a go to bed early kind of person. Oops, sorry. And now I kind of dig the quiet at night when he's asleep and I'm kind of down here by myself. I'm gonna go grab that truck. For me, it was really just kind of, and it took a minute. It took a few months, but just to really feel it in your bones, just be here. This is where you are. This is what we're doing, and just really learning to be present.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do, but that's kind of really some of the personal growth that for me that I've learned to kind of more be present.
One of the things that we really enjoy is just the ability to stop and watch a sunset.
Yeah.
Or watch the caracaras fly by, or watch the javelinas walk around, or watch the roadrunners. Just to slow down.
Yeah.
And appreciate the things that are out there that
you don't pay.
When we were in San Antonio, even though we backed up to a large park, we took a lot of that for granted, and we didn't really appreciate it like we could. And out here, it's like, wow, that's an awesome sunset.
We both walk every day. Now we're walking. This is down and back is a mile. So we walk every day. And he'll run to town or I'll run to town just to kind of get out sometimes.
We try and switch it out so that we both get an opportunity to get out of here.
The water was a huge one. And the reason for us is probably more of an issue than some is because we do the alkaline water, and there's only one place that we know of, and it's in San Antonio. So we have 6 of these bottles, and once a month we go in and fill them all up. So that was a challenge to figure it kind of, because it's a big you know, once a month, Paul. I mean,
Um,
well, we have a visitor that has started showing up over the past few days.
and that's why you'll see, or did you pick them all up?
I picked them all up because it wasn't working. We tried
Peppermint oil is supposed to deter them.
It didn't.
It didn't.
He stood there and laughed at us.
I walked in this morning and he's standing by the refrigerator looking at me, and they're cute as hell. But the problem is they chew up the electrics, and so I tried that, and now I'm going to have to be mean, and I got some mouse traps.
Because they're field. I mean, we're in open fields.
And,
yeah.
and you're a source of food and
Yep.
shelter.
And warmth, and
yeah, not much deters them other than catch and release,
Right.
possibly.
Which is what we wanted to do, but he wasn't cooperating. So
well, and there's just simply no way to mouse proof an RV.
mm-mm.
It's just, that's not going to happen. So if you're in an area where they're coming for a reason, and the chances of figuring that out are pretty slim. And we've got the little sonic thing there,
The sonar
that's supposed to deter them. It
didn't.
didn't deter this guy.
Mm-mm.
So I got the snap traps, and then I've got some catch and release traps. So hopefully he's smart enough and his luck is in the area that he walks into the catch and release, and I can just take him to the end of the road and let him go.
Okay.
Some of it was we wanted to continue to make the money. One of them was we were going to go to Vegas and get married, and decided we just didn't want to take on that expense because we're here trying to save money so that we can do other adventures. And part of it was we didn't want to lose the gate. You know, we wanted to stay here, and we were afraid that if we came off of the gate, we might have to wait, a week, 2 weeks to get back onto a gate. And we wanted to continue. We've got certain financial goals. That's why we're doing it. I mean, that's the only reason most people work, I think.
Since the end of
About a year. No.
April.
Yeah.
I think we started we arrived to the yard in like the second or third week of April. We were on a gate by the end of April. So really May 1st. And by the time we're done, it will have been over a year. It'll be like 13 months, I think. I have a little bit, just as of late, honestly. I just am getting antsy because the weather's so pretty, and I want to go sit on a patio and have a nice little lunch. But I mean, we'll do that next year. It's fine. But that's okay. I'm just going to push through.
Well, and when you know you've got a finite period of time,
we've got to go.
And we've got some adventures that we've got planned that we're very excited about. So then it's that,
just hang on a minute
it's
longer.
only 4 more months.
Right. Well, and honestly, that's kind of, it's like we're mentally and physically just kind of getting prepared so that we're in a better place physically even, to do the adventures that we're going on. Because they're going to be physical things that we're going to do. So we want to make sure that we're healthy and strong. And really, for me, I mean, it's a mental thing. It's a mental, just kind of getting right in your head and accepting the fact that it is for a time. And because, I mean, there are times, but honestly, the days go by really quick. They really do. They go by quick. Like, I can't believe we're already in February, second week of February. So the time passes quickly. And also, when else in life are you going to be able to give yourself permission to not do anything? Never. It's hard, but it's kind of it's a gift, because life doesn't let you just do nothing usually.
Well, part of the problem for me has been I come out of the corporate world, and I ran my own business, and I'm used to going 100% every day, and you don't do that here.
Mm-mm.
And we were having a discussion the other day. My brain wants me to feel guilty for not doing anything. There's nothing to do, but
it's
40 years of doing that. It's hard to change gears mentally, and that's been a little bit of a struggle. And that's why I have the hobbies.
A lot of them.
Just to learn new things, and I have a lot of hobbies.
Communication. You hear that
It's
always,
key.
but it really is. You can't read each other's minds. You gotta you got to, I mean, just with anything. I mean, whether it's RV maintenance, whether it's relationship issues, whether it's, could you clean the sink? I mean, whatever it is, you just really have to, and not have your feelings easily hurt, because I mean, you're in this little space. You got to be able to be 110% honest with each other.
Well, and I think that's the key is to be comfortable with the vulnerability that it's not going to be weaponized, so that I can tell Courtney whatever I'm thinking. If it's some of my insecurities that are coming out because of a situation, I can tell her, and she's not going to make fun of me, or she's not going to use it against me later. But we can be 100% honest with each other about how we're feeling and what's going on. If she's feeling anxious about something, I'm feeling frustrated about something, we can talk to each other about it. Because you can't solve a problem if you don't both know there's a problem. Some time. Get time to get used to the RV. Get time used to being in a small area, being with each other. I think the gate garden's not hard. If you add the complexity of never been in an RV full time, it can get hard just trying to organize everything and to understand what to do. So I wouldn't encourage somebody on their first rattle out of the box to go gate guarding. I would say spend a few months.
At least.
Yeah. I would think 6 months.
Yeah. At the least, at the very least.
Um,
I mean, because we've met some people doing this that, they've come in a couple of months and then they're gone and then they'll come a couple of months and then, and that's great. But it probably makes it harder on y'all trying to juggle everybody, because there's a lot for y'all. There's a lot of plates in the air. Yeah. Who needs them and who can get there? And yeah. Well, people want to be here in the winter.
Right.
Because the summers are a little brutal.
A little hot.
That's a little warmish.
That's something that people need to be aware of, is if they're doing gate guarding in the summertime, they need to understand how to maximize the efficiency of their AC units and how to insulate their windows and their walls and their cabinets and all of that, because it does get at 110 degrees ambient outside, it gets warm inside an RV. There are devices that you can put into an RV, the RV airflow, that directs the air much more efficiently. You can look it up on YouTube and make one yourself. That's what I did. Or you can buy them. They're $70 or $100. Oh, no, I think they're actually more than that. They're not cheap, but they're injection molded, so you don't have to cut anything. You just stick it in there. On the windows, we got the thick blue foam and put it in all the windows, along with the reflectix on the outside, and then insulate the inside of the cabinets, because people don't think about the fact that the inside of your cabinets are your outside walls, and so those get hot. I found it really easy.
Yeah.
And you made it real
simple.
Simple.
And we went on the link and did the thing, and that was it. I found it very, very user friendly. The link, and then once we, took the class and got the license and all the things, then you also sent links for the lights and the alarms, which was very beneficial.
Yeah, certainly tools to have on hand. You definitely want screwdrivers, wrenches, sockets, the basic stuff. I would strongly encourage somebody to get a quality multimeter. There's a lot of things that you can check on your own RV if you know what to do. The RVTAA, which is where I went to school, has an online class, and it's reasonably priced. I think it's maybe $300 or $400. That'll give you a tremendous amount of information on being able to maintain your own RV, how to diagnose some things. RVs are not difficult. The accessibility is the challenge mostly, but understanding the systems in an RV. RVs work on both 12 volt and 120 volt, and knowing which system to look at when you're having an issue. understand basic understanding of plumbing, just to kind of know, because if you live in an RV, you're going to have a water leak. If you live in an RV, you're going to have a problem, and they're just not designed. This is what they call a quote unquote full-time 4-season RV. It still breaks. It still leaks. It still has issues. That's just the nature of living in an RV. For anybody that hasn't lived in an RV for any length of time, I think that's probably one of the bigger eye-openers, is how much maintenance is required and how many things break, because an RV is trying to do a couple of things that don't really go well together. You're trying to travel all over and you're trying to live in it full time, but it's got to be lightweight so that you can tow it behind a vehicle. So the components that they use are not the most durable or robust, so they break. But I strongly would just a basic toolkit, and a good multimeter, and with YouTube, you could literally type in, I've got a leak at my sink and this year make and model RV, and I guarantee there's somebody showing you how to fix it on YouTube. Probably the best description that I got was from Phil Comfer. Is a saying that they use. Phil's a Marine, and the saying that they use is Semper Gumby. If you're old like me, you know who Gumby is, and Semper is Latin for forever. And, so it's you're always, you have to be forever flexible, because there are things that happen. You have to get up in the middle of the night sometimes to fix something. Even it's something as simple as, oh geez, my gray tank's full, I need to pull a handle on that. But just be flexible.
As we finish up today's video, we'd like to thank the Nelsons for taking their time to sit down with us for this interview. You two are such an inspiration.